Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at Rey, Island Journey from the Star Wars Black Series. Now this figure is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at her, let's go ahead and take a look at her packaging. So here it is, pretty standard for what we've seen out of the Black Series. Nice big window here on the front of the package, as well as an image of Rey down here in the corner. Flipping it over onto the back, that same image is repeated again, as well as a brief description. And of course, if you'd like to read that, you can go ahead and just pause the video. So anyway, a pretty standard stuff, so let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself here. Now, Rey stands at about 5 3/4 inches tall, so she's right in scale with all of your other Black Series figures, and she comes with a ton of accessories. The first one is already on the figure, and that is her kind of poncho cloak thing. Now overall, as I've got it posed here, it's not terrible. It does kind of suffer from a lot of fabrics at this scale where the hood doesn't really work. When it's pulled up over the figure, you can never really get it to actually sit right. It always just pops up, which is a little annoying. So pretty much you have to kind of tuck it down onto her back like this. It is of course removable, and as you can see, the figure looks pretty nice even without it. Her next accessory is this blaster pistol. And as you can see there, it's very nicely detailed and painted, which I appreciate. And this, of course, fits onto her holster here on her belt. It actually fits in there really nice. It's definitely not going to fall out when you're posing this figure. Her next accessory is her staff. It's pretty much the same one that we've seen before. Nice paintwork on there. The strap is sculpted this way, so it can pretty much only be posed on her back. It always looks a little strange when it's posed in her hands, just because the the strap is always in this exact position, even if it wouldn't make sense. But overall, it is an effective accessory for display purposes. And then her final accessory is her lightsaber, or Luke's lightsaber, or Anakin's lightsaber, I guess. Very nicely detailed and painted, which I really appreciate. They've gone to the extra detail to paint the gold color in here, and then the black stripes, which I really like, and the button. And then it does have a really nice translucent blue blade, which of course is removable. You can just pull it out if you want to. As far as the figure's articulation goes, it's pretty well done. In her head, she's got a ball peg with a hinge, and it gets a pretty nice range of motion overall. Now, while we're here, I want to say that this kind of face printing tech that they've done on her face looks fantastic. It's one of the best that I've seen in the Black Series so far. The only real problem that I have is that her face is a more, I guess, vibrant, more lifelike color than this area on her chest and arms, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure if it'll show up on camera, but when you've got the figure in hand, her chest and her shoulders look like a corpse, and then her face looks like, an actual human being. It's not the biggest deal. Obviously, you can cover it up with her cloak, but it is something that when you've got her posed like this, it is very noticeable. Moving down, she has ball hinge shoulders that do swivel 360, hinged elbows with a nice range of motion, and of course a swivel. Then she's got hinged wrists with the swivel, and I believe on this hand, yeah, it goes horizontally like this, and then on this side it runs vertically. At her waist, she does have a single ball peg, or what feels like a single ball peg. Nice range of motion there, and of course her kind of costume is fairly soft, so it doesn't get in the way. She's got T-jointed hips, not the greatest range of motion out to the side, but they do kick forward very well. She's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, if I can get it to go all the way, there we go, with a nice range, and then hinged ankles. That one's a little stuck. There we go, hinged ankles with an ankle rocker. So overall, she's a fairly well articulated figure, and aside from the kind of paint error that they've done here on her chest and shoulders, it's a really nice looking figure. That being said, it's one that I waited for a long time. I actually found this one at a discount shop for $5. So for that price, I couldn't pass it up. But before that, it wasn't one that got me super excited. Don't get me wrong, it's not a terrible figure. It just, I don't know, the design didn't really do it for me, and I already had a whole bunch of other Reys. But definitely, if you can find it at a discount price, 100% worth picking up. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.